Alright, Sam. I'm going to try and give you a build breakdown of what I'm currently doing and some things I might tweak. So, let's start with just the gym links, okay? I run Arcane Surge with Flame Dash. That's been there since level 1, right? Then I run Defiance Banner. I run Vitality, Grace, Malevolence, Flesh and Stone. My 6th link, Hex Bloom, Bane, Despair, Temporal Chains, Awakened Void Manipulation. This was originally Void Manipulation, you know that, and then I slowly leveled it up, and then when you level it all the way up, you get +1 to support Chaos Skill Gems, which increases Bane's damage by a lot. Look at Bane's number there. Deals 2005 base Chaos damage per second. Now it's level 21, not 27, and it's half that. So the 6 levels literally double the damage. Every time you get a level, you feel it with this build. Like every time you get a gym level. Put it back in. I gem swap Hex Bloom when I'm doing bosses with Controlled Destruction. It's just more spell damage, right? Bane does a crit. I don't think I even have a 21 Temp Chains, or I do have a Despair, like Punishment and stuff. I don't have 21s. It's not even quality on my gems. Like it doesn't matter that much. Increase effective curse 10%. You know, I should probably do it because it's a little bit more damage, but it's whatever. So next gym links, only gym links for now. I run a cast when damage, Immortal Call, Life Tap. Now you're familiar with this setup. This is like, this has saved me so many times. It's crazy. And then as you get more HP, you could potentially level up your cast when damage taken support and your Immortal Call, right? So it procs a little less often, but like when you get hit for big damage, you get more, or you get less damage taken, right? But this is, I'll go over the gloves first. The gloves are one of the key crafts to the build. The gloves look a lot more complicated than they are. But gym links, Soul Rend, Essence Drain. That's right, I use 2 active skills here. 2. But look at their levels. Then I use Controlled Destruction, 21, and then Void Manipulation. This really needs to be an Awakened Void Manipulation, because if it was Awakened Void Manipulation, my Soul Rune would be 30, my Essence Drain would be 29. This is mainly when I'm killing tough rares, big bosses, you know. I would say it's about 80-20, 90-10. Some maps I only use Bane, but other times I'm using Essence Drain and Soul Rend. I use them both. This is my flex slot. This build has an entire item, which is a flex slot. I don't need any of these gems. I don't need Wither, I don't need Haste, I don't need Spell Totem, I don't need any of that. If I run Vow Haste, it's on my back bar, and I'll hold R2, and I'll go R2 and circle X, and that will be my Vow Grace, right? And then my Vow Haste, and then I also have Wither Totems, which are R2 triangle. So I'll go R2, triangle, triangle, R2, circle, R2X. So I just spam the whole thing basically while holding R2. Okay, that is the gems links. I will show you now my passive tree. So, this is extremely fine-tuned. Early on, you're going to want to pick up these, right? You come up in here, you pick up these nodes here. This increases area of effect, area damage, area of effect, and then you're going to go up in here, 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 here. You get some life, some all-res, more life, and then you also get Vitality has 100% increased mana reservation efficiency. Very helpful. Then you're also going to want to pick these up as well, starting out. This right here, which gives you more mana regen, more mana. This build really struggles with mana. The rest of the tree is pretty close to what it's supposed to be. If I end up leveling to 99 or 100 or whatever, I could potentially pick up this jewel socket right here. But this is one of the keys to the build, is I get suppressed spell damage, energy shield, and life. But there's a real important, which I recommend you get early. We're going to try to get you spell suppress capped early, but this one right here. And you take this. So you have to have evasion on your boots, helmet, and gloves. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be full evasion, but it has to be partial evasion. If you want to run an armor setup with it, cool, but you need evasion. So you get an extra 12% spell suppression, then 12% spell suppression, then energy shield when you suppress it, right? Very helpful. And then you get another 5, another 5. So this little cluster is 10, 22, 34% spell suppression from this little cluster. So you need to get 66 on the rest of your tree, gear, whatever. You're also going to have this socketed to start. This will sort your chaos res almost entirely with her shit, and maybe one piece of gear. You get 11, 11, then 23 in a maximum. And then you can also just immediately make yourself immune to corrupted blood. Or give yourself more all res, more chaos res, whatever. I went corrupted blood for the longest time until I picked up a jewel. There is a jewel that I picked up, which is a pretty good one for us actually. Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. You can buy these, you just gotta search the market. I managed to get chaos dot multi on it and increased damage. This could be eventually upgraded, but it's so damn good for me, I don't even bother. Okay. So, I'll let you also peruse the tree. This is more than enough time for you to pause the video and take a look. Now you've seen my gym links, you've seen the tree. I will show you my gear. My gear is very, very good, Sam. Very good. We will start with the rings. You know these rings pretty well. So, this is just a stat ring. I don't actually need this ring on. This is one I'm looking to replace because if you look at my vitality, or my strength, excuse me, strength's 148. Vitality up here needs 119. So I could take this off, but you'll see it goes red, but it's only 1 strength off. So I could de-level the gym once and it'd be fine. Yeah. Anyway, my ring, that's kind of like a big stat ring that has big life on it. Non-channeling skills have -6 mana cost. It's huge. You need that on your rings. That is a prefix. I know the craft, and we'll try to get it for you. Next, I have a very well rolled chaos ring, and then I just crafted life on it, so I haven't maxed the life or anything. And then I got double res, big chaos damage. This is something else, could be replaced. So yeah, I haven't even maxed blessed it up all the way. It doesn't matter. You know the amulet. The amulet is extremely expensive, but I have one. You have one that will work and work well, and you get more life on yours. And we can also, I want to say you had an open prefix on yours. I want to say. The way we did it, I think you have an open prefix. And I think we did non-channeling skills. So that would be your non-channeling skills. You're going to want a couple of those crafts, but it's pretty good. The shield, I have an extra shield. The craft is actually very, very easy to do. Not hard at all. The helmet, you have a good helmet set aside already to do this. It's not even that great. You see I only have 6% suppressed on it. I got a big life roll, couple reses, nothing crazy. The main thing is the enchant. We'll want to get you the enchant for area of effect. That gives you that big juicy clear, right? The chest piece is very good. I actually dropped this in Betrayal. Had an open prefix, big life, and then I ran Fizz Taken as and split up the elements, right? So Fizz Taken is fire, Fizz Taken is lightning, and then I got Fizz Taken as lightning, and then I got lightning damage recouped as life. So I'm giving myself every chance to stay alive. The boots are good. They're probably 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10 boots, right? I just put avoid bleeding. I hate bleed. I want to be bleed immune, but I couldn't really figure out how to do it. I could potentially try to work on these and annul the suffix, or annul a suffix on a pair of boots, and then craft bleed immunity, but I need to get life, and it's very complicated to do that. Anyway, I've sapped the ground. When I'm walking, it just a little less damage helps. The gloves are a complicated craft. I would show you how to do it. They're not that complicated. You have to do it just right, that's all. And then the belt, I don't have a great belt. I managed to roll really good suffixes, and I spent a fortune trying to roll the prefixes. I managed to get 79 life, and I just crafted on mana, and off we went. The belt pissed me off. I will show you my jewels. The wand. The wand's very, very good. I have one you could borrow. The wand could use a little bit of an upgrade, but this is like a 9.5 out of 10 wand. The only way it could get better, it was with more spell damage, and then more chaos dot multi, which is doable, but frankly, I'm still trying to make a better wand, but it's very specific how you have to do it, and it's a very good wand. Okay, the jewels. So I got this one, which I picked up early, and I actually crafted this. I got a fractured one to increase damage over time holding a shield, and then I rolled life, increased damage if you killed recently, so it's kind of like a momentum build, right? I kill some stuff, I get rolling, and then I exalt slammed chaos cold damage to attacks. You know, it's an okay jewel, nothing crazy. My other jewels, I showed you this one already, but I'll show it again. Then I have this one up here, which I bought this one and then rolled it up, and it just hit chaos damage and some res. I'm looking to replace this one potentially, but it is what it is. This one's important. You have one like this. You have a 3 for like this, which is worth a lot, by the way. It just rolled Grace, so I can run Grace with it. No big deal. And then I have another jewel down here, which is a pretty good one. So I bought this one, and it came with spell damage, chaos damage, max life. I slammed it and I hit cold damage. But once again, no, I don't have any perfect jewels. I have maybe 2 perfect items for me. One of them's the amulet. I'd say the chest is pretty close, and the wand's pretty close. The rest of it is just very, very good gear, right? I think that's the entire build. I will show you my skills setups now. So, I don't have my auras on. So, what my damage of my stuff is, Soul Rend, it doesn't last very long, but it's a bang! A big hit, right? It does a ton of damage. 740,000 damage. A ton of damage. I have Bane, that's my main clear skill. It's an obnoxious amount of damage for Bane, and then it pops everything, right? That's my Flame Dash. And then I have Essence Drain. Essence Drain is awesome, because it does something like you heal from it. You are healed for a portion of the debuff damage, yeah. And I think this, healing damage, yeah, you leech some of this as energy shield, right? So I'm getting soul rend stuff back as energy shield. I'm getting essence drain stuff back as life, and then I have my evasion and stuff. Right, these are all auto. I don't actually cast Despair. Withered's tied to the totems, but again, that was extra. You don't need that. Temp Chains is tied to Bane. I don't actually use any of these buttons. So now we'll try to show you with. Am I not getting Arcane Surge? See, I don't know my build. Do I even get Arcane Surge anymore? No. See, I don't even think I can get Arcane Surge. This is like a free socket. You don't even need it. My point is, Sam, this build isn't the most complicated. It's all in the gear and raising up your gym levels. Hopefully this helps you out, buddy, and you always have something to refer to. One last thing. I'll go over my flasks. I have an anti-bleed flask. I don't run an insta-heal flask. I actually changed a couple leagues back. I prefer this. It gives me a big dot heal. I always run a sulfur flask, and it's always automated, and I managed to get spell leech as energy shield, 2 up charges when I'm hit by an enemy. So I'm getting hit, I'm dropping this, and it drops consecrated ground, right? Because that's what they do. And it reduces effective curses on me, and it gives me some heals. It's a really good flask. I'll go over this one in a second. This one I managed to make myself. Use when charges reach full. This is my evasion flask, and then when I'm getting hit, once again, it's filling it up quicker. So I'm getting bang, 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 bang. I'm getting hit. I still have a chance to block if I'm getting hit. It goes off. It increases my evasion rating by a lot. This one I always cast manually. I always want my Quicksilver Flask to be manual, and that's just a basic one. But this tech. So I've talked about this. When I put this on, it took my survivability up from let's say a 6 out of 10 to a 9.5 out of 10. So, you want specifically when you take a savage hit on. What this does is, since our chaos res is always 75 plus, when we get hit real hard, boom, this instantly goes off, it heals me to full, and I slowly take dot damage. The only time I actually really get in trouble is if I get one shot, which is hard to do because I have to not block it, I have to not evade it, it has to do enough damage to go through all my defenses, I have to not be paying attention, and it can't be a spell, because if it's a spell, I'm going to half the damage. So it's hard to one-shot me, right? For a rare mob or whatever, it's hard. Bosses, you have to be mobile. So it's hard to one-shot me. So that's one of the ways I go down. The other way is degens. When I get degened real bad, then this will go off and I'll be degenning, and if I don't have any heals in this flask, then I'm hurting. But I usually always get a flask charge back or something, and I can heal myself up. On top of that, Vitality's helping us out a lot, right? We get a lot of regen from Vitality. Pantheon, you'll see I went this one. That's just to help me not get stunned. I don't get stunned too often. I really don't. Nothing even really gets close to me. When I do get stunned, I have so many things working for me that I can usually just flame dash out, and then it unstuns. I can't be frozen with this. And then this, I hate bleed. The plan was eventually to get bleed immunity, and then I was going to switch to this for burning ground, unaffected by burning ground, because I hate burning ground. And then I was going to run Searing Exarch, which I actually am now. And those guys drop burning ground all the time, so I'd be zooming around maps even faster. Build's solid, man. I will help you out every step of the way, but I'll show you my stuff with my flasks up. There's my defenses, my flasks up. You know, I don't have crazy health. If you look at Subtractum's video, he has 6,000 health or something. Some of that is I'm working on a new pair of gloves. I don't have the gloves there. I don't have T1 life rolls everywhere, right? I have crafted life on a bunch of stuff. It doesn't matter that much. I do so much damage that it's okay. So, anyway, hope you liked it, buddy. I'll catch you later.